hope you brought your checkbooks.
The current war is a historic recount of the Thomas Edison, George Westinghouse, and Nikola Tesla current battle. The story relives the AC versus DC current battle in the late 19th century, all while also reliving the emotional toilage of each of its inventors. It feels more than that though. It feels pure and new in the way it's told. I feel it focuses on the emotional reality of each character, more than the inventions and politics themselves. And I don't feel like that to be a bad thing. Reviewers like Wendy Ide from The Guardian explained, "It all seems a little too eager to distract from the fact that top-hatted, frock-coated, mutton-chopped chaps burbling on about the relative advantages of the alternating current versus direct current systems does not, in fact, make for electrifying drama." Firstly, I love the pun, but also this film was never meant to be about the alternating versus direct current systems. It was always about the emotional, ethical, and moral baggage of the three inventors. To show this, I want to dive further into each character before giving my judgment on the film overall. Now, Thomas Edison is played by Benedict Cumberbatch. To begin the film, he starts as our protagonist, and although foreshadowing in a sense his charm and vigour as antagonistic features, we feel trust that he will always do us right. His character feels to be shaped by his morals, from pure and confident to liar and cheat. That's why I really love his character. His dark yet holistic nature is what cinema feels like it was made for, and reminds me of another character. Nevertheless, we understand the toil it takes for him to go through with this treachery because of the pauses he takes before making decisions. The pause indicates a dilemma in his head as to whether he's willing to diminish the morals he's set for himself or not. These pauses, while you may think are nothing, is the ethical and moral breakage that eventually deals the fate for Edison. George Westinghouse, played by Michael Shannon, has an antagonistic feel about him from the get-go. He's the wealthy, quiet man trying to get the better of a poor inventor. Yet when he offers Edison a chance to work together and is rejected, he develops AC power with his own brilliance. George always seems like the man you want to hate due to the underdog effect, but in reality, George had not only made a better plan for providing electricity to the world, but also carries himself with integrity. Halfway through the film, roles have become opposed for George and Thomas. You start feeling completely different about the two. That's why I mentioned that the most relevant theme of the film is morals. Because on one hand, a character you love changes themselves for the worst, yet one which you're meant to hate keeps the same morals and becomes over time the hero. The film tries to line a load of questions and ethical dilemmas for its audience, and yet I didn't feel it to be too much. The film's purpose is to overwhelm you with these notions to make you understand the pressure and intensity of the three situations. To summarize everything about this film, though, is a quote by George Westinghouse himself.
The value of something isn't what someone's willing to pay. The value of something is what it contributes.
And this sums up the film perfectly. It's never about money for either character, but what they and it contributes to the world. And this doesn't necessarily talk just about inventions and electricity though either. It's about how you morally engage yourself to your beliefs and inevitably stick by them.